On December 15th, the balls were tipped off and the 2022-23 New Jersey high school basketball season was underway for the Millers of Millburn and the Lancers of Livingston. Fast forward 2 months later and both teams have read to the epilogue. It's the final game of the regular season and it will mix in as our second game tonight, live from the Prudential Center right here on the National Federation of High School Sports.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it to Frazier!
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! Makayaton touchdown! Wins it! The championship!
You are looking live into the facilities of the Prudential Center, located at the seat of Essex County. The great Reverend Abraham Pearson called it the Newark. The colonists called it the New Work. Welcome into the great city of Newark, home to the 2023 Playbook Sports Battle at the Rock this Friday evening. The basis for tonight's contest between the Millburn Millers and the Livingston Lancers. And a wonderful evening, everybody. You were listening to Ryan Lowy, joined alongside Adam Talbies right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. Adam, it's the finish line, the final game before the state tournament. And how poetic for it to be right here on the big Prudential Center stage, home of the Seton Hall University Pirates and the New Jersey Devils. Tell us what your keys to victory are here for these two squads.
So first, for the Livingston Lancers, keep the Millers under 40 points. Defense has been an Achilles heel for this Lancer team all season long. And if they can stay consistent on the defensive end and stop a high-powered offense, the Millers, they have an opportunity to win this one. They also, on the other side of the ball, heavy three-point team. They need to adjust quickly to that three-point line to keep themselves in this one with a very good Miller team on the other side. And now for the Millers, they need to limit their turnovers. Too many times this season we've seen them turn it over in the middle of the court and it go the other way for transition points, and it's gotten them into a hole early. So they need to pick that up quick and early, and it'll give them a chance to win this one. They also need to take high percentage shots. So around a screen, a high percentage three, layup. They need to get inside the paint. They're not going to shoot threes well as they haven't all season long. So this Miller team needs to get a head start on that offensive end.
Well, Adam, thank you. Let's now introduce the context for today's contest. First off, Millburn High School, head coached by Pat Leonardis in his 5th season. The Millers hold an 11-10 record on the season and a 5-5 record in their last 10 contests. The boys finished 5th in the SEC Colonial Division with a divisional record of 8-6 in 14 bouts and boast a 9-8 conference record. Millburn began their season fast-paced, winning 4 out of their first 5 games on the schedule, tackling Orange, Verona, Glen Ridge, and Mountain Lakes, while suffering a damaging divisional loss to the Mounties of Montclair. The Millers would close out 2022 with a tough loss to a young and sturdy Summit Hilltoppers team right next door, 63-36. Then the Millers would ring in the new year with a 4-5 record with controlling wins over Nutley, Newark Tech, Verona, and Glen Ridge prior to entering county tournament play. The Millers would earn a committee-decided 16th seed in the 2023 Essex County tournament and fall to Collegiate of Newark at home in the 3rd preliminary round, 57-46. Then the Millers would play 5 more regular season games, going 3-2 with wins against Belleville, West Essex, and yesterday New Providence before hopping on the bus for the season finale. The Millers prepare for the Storm on Monday night as they will get their NJSIAA Section 2 Group 3 campaign started at Henry Snyder High School, located in the Greenville section of Jersey City. With a win on Monday, it would be the Millers' first playoff victory on the boys basketball front since the 2017-18 season. Now we transition over across the court to the Livingston Lancers. The Lancers are at the helm of head coach Dave Cohen, who has been in charge of the program for well over 15 years now. The Lancers are led this season by 5 captains: Matthew Kay, Nate Nussbaum, Harris Rosenthal, Dylan Perlstein, and head coach David Cohen's son, and FDU Madison commit Luke Cohen. The Lancers enter this contest with a 15-10 record in 25 games. This includes a 12-6 conference record and a 10-4 divisional record, placing 3rd in the SEC Independence Division. This senior-heavy and experienced squad quite often works from pistol formation, swinging from side to side with the available senior guards on the court. The Lancers began part 1 of the season 1-3 prior to hosting the 2022 Whitey Ducat Classic at the Fieldhouse Gymnasium on the campus of Livingston High School. The Lancers would win round 1, beating Monroe 34-32, but before finding themselves on the wrong end of a 51-44 loss to the Red Devils of Ridge in the Ducat Classic championship game. The Lancers would then flash their stripes, winning 8 of their next 10 games, including winning the first game of the Essex County tournament campaign against against West Caldwell Tech, 43-31. After losing to Payne Tech in the third preliminary round of the tournament, the Lancers would yet again flash their stripes, going 5-3 in their final 8 games before ending up here for the season finale. The Lancers earned the 9th seed in the 2023 NJSIAA Section 1 Group 4 tournament, slated for Tuesday, the 21st of this month at West Orange High School, where the Lancers will gear up to take on the Mountaineers for the 3rd time this season, splitting the regular season series 1-1. With a win Tuesday, the Lancers will claim their first playoff victory since they defeated Fairlawn 58-47 at home in an over 20-win season in the 2011-2012 campaign. So with that being said, Adam, we have basketball coming up soon. 9 minutes till tip-off right here on the National Federation of High School Sports.
Come on! Oh, what a bad call! You have no business being out there.
You know, I'm a person too.
Live inside the Prudential Center basketball court, the home to the Seton Hall University Pirates of the Big East. And tonight, home to the Livingston Lancers and Millburn Millers, a neutral site contest to close out the season prior to the up half of next week being the beginning of the early 2023 NJSIAA State Tournament. Ryan Lowry joined alongside Adam Tubies today on the broadcast. Adam, any final words before we get this contest underway in under 8 minutes' time?
The only thing I can say is how fantastic of a contest we have here today. This Miller team all season long have shown signs that they can compete with the best, and the Livingston Lancers are pretty damn good. So,
NJSIAA sportsmanship statement.
Let's now take a look at our starting lineups, starting off with the visiting Livingston Lancers. Their head coach, Mr. David Cohen. They're playing 4 of their 5 captains, and they have a junior mixed in the lineup, the center, number 15, Ryan Sale. Who is your player to watch for the Lancers?
My player to watch today for the Lancers is the coach's son, Cohen. He's a fantastic all-around player, and he's shown that he can lead this Livingston Lancer team to overcome any hump in their way. And on the other end, my player to watch for the Millers, Zach Ben-Moritz. In a key game against West Essex this season, he hit 7 3-pointers. All of his 21 points coming from those 7 3-pointers. And he's looking to percolate here today at the Prudential Center.
Yeah, the Millburn Millers start with Ryan Cubbert, Henry Jacobs, Ethan Axelrod, Zach Ben-Moritz, and Noah Ravitz. And one key thing about this Millburn team is that although you did not mention him, he might be a defensive player to watch because he's dominant, one of the best defensive players, I guess you can say, in the SEC. That's baseball star as well, Ethan Axelrod.
I could not agree more. Ethan Axelrod, in his 4 years in the program, has evolved as one of the best defensive players in the conference. And he's improved his offensive game. Doesn't really have a mid-range shot, but he is a threat in the paint. And this Miller team will look to go to him at the high post when he's available.
Last 5 meetings, the Millburn Millers have won 3 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, including sweeping the Lancers last year in regular season play. Millburn won the first game in early January, 57-46, and then on February 1st, repeated their victory over Livingston. This was all in 2022, of course, the end of last season. This time, the second game was a scoreline of 37-25. So Millburn has dominated in recent time the past 5 matchups between these two squads. But we know Livingston, with more wins on the season and a lot more confidence coming into this year, as well as depth, are looking forward to a good rematch.
Yeah, and the Millers, they might have the advantage as they did play at the Prudential Center last year against Glen Ridge where they won. So they may have the advantage of having that adjustment of the three-point line and all the other things this Prudential Center brings to a high school basketball game.
Both teams are saying goodbye to regular season play for their seniors. 16 total seniors on the court, 7 for Livingston and 9 for Millburn, pardon me. It's going to be a very emotional contest, but both these teams can extend their season, beginning with next week, the first round of the state tournament.
The Millers will face Snyder on Monday in their first state game. As you noted, what is Millburn in the state tournament?
I believe they are the 11th seed.
The Millers get the 11th seed, and their 11-10 season. So I was talking to Coach Leonardis a couple of days ago. He was worried about where they would be seated and who they would play, but he seems pretty happy to play Snyder, as it's a winnable game for this Miller team.
Absolutely, and for the Livingston Lancers, they received the 9th seed in the tournament. They were trying so hard to put more games on the schedule prior to the 11th of this month's scheduled cutoff date, and that is because they wanted to get that first-round home game back to their crowd. It's been a long time since they've seen that, and it's been almost, actually now, over a decade since they've won a playoff game for their fans and for the school. So that's a tough ride for them. They're taking on a West Orange team that they split on the season 1-1, but the most recent game between those two was a Livingston victory on the road. Livingston now going back on the road to take on West Orange on Tuesday of next week. And many say, although they are the 9th seed and West Orange the 8th seed, Livingston's been a little bit more hot when it comes to divisional play recently than West Orange have been. So many have them favored. I, in fact, do. I've covered a lot of West Orange and Millburn alongside Livingston. And I have to say, out of those three sides, although Millburn plays in the highest division, I think Livingston might make the best case for the most successful season. West Orange hanging there as just behind them. West Orange has been terrific this year. They have 4 transfers, including a few from St. Peter's alongside others from Orange, and they look very strong, but this Livingston side is ready to clash with them.
Yeah, this Miller team on the other end has an opportunity to beat Snyder. They have the offensive firepower to get it done, and they've shown all season long that they can beat top teams like West Essex and Newark Tech, who are at the top of their conference. So this Miller team has the ability, and hopefully they can come on top against Snyder on Monday.
A quick look at the starting lineups prior to them being announced by the PA system here at the Prudential Center in the great city of Newark, New Jersey. For the Lancers, Luke Cohen, Matt Kay, Dylan Perlstein, Nate Nussbaum, and in center, not the only non-guard on this roster, pardon me, is junior Ryan Sale. For the Millburn Millers, they present Ryan Cubbert, Henry Jacobs, Ethan Axelrod, Zach Benmeritz, and Noah Ravitz. 2 guards and 3 forwards. What does Millburn's style of play look like? Tell us, not Mr. Tovitz, Mr. 2Bs. What have you seen from them so far this year?
On the defensive end, they play a lot of man switch, lots of communicating, lots of high-paced defense. They like to cover the perimeter, and they can be a little like Swiss cheese, some might say, in the paint area.
Wow, Tubies, you like your cheese analogies.
I do like my cheeses, except for blue cheese.
Oh,
I'm
a big blue cheese fan. I cannot eat wings without blue cheese. Moving on to the Livingston Lancers on the other side of the court. The Lancers like to play from pistol formation, and this is why one of your keys to the game, announced by Coach Cohen, was get used to that new three-point line, because that is where they find comfort. They are not a team in the paint. Yes, they make things happen with Big Wrist, the rebound capital of New Jersey, Ryan Sale, all those big names, Massimo DePaula. But really where they shine is from the 3 line with FDU Forum commit playing in Madison, New Jersey at the Division III collegiate level next year in the Middle American Conference. That's the great son of head coach Dave Cohen, Luke Cohen, and then of course they have the star Dylan Perlstein, who lights it up off the fingers with the lay-ins. So it's going to be interesting to see what this team can do with the new 3 line, and if they're going to try and find some prominence inside the paint and maybe find some elbow jumper success outside of Dylan Perlstein, who just controls the mid-range and the layups for the Lancers. So we're getting ready to go. The horn has sounded. The scoreboard is reset, and as the officials talk to the Millers, they've already spoken to the Lancers. We're now going to turn our attention to Mr. Kelly on the PA system to announce the starting lineups, the national anthem, and then you're back with me and Toby's for the rest of the evening with 4 quarters of NJSIAA boys varsity basketball right here on the National Federation of High School Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second game of our Millburn Miller, the home team, versus the visiting Livingston Lancers. Welcome to the Prudential Center here in Newark, New Jersey on Friday, February 17th, 2023. And now for the starting lineups for the visiting Livingston Lancers that come in with a record of 15-10. Number 12, Matthew Kay. Number 15, Ryan Sale. Number 0, Nate Nussbaum. Number 1, Luke Cohen. And number 4, Dylan Pearlstein. Head coach Dave Cohen in his 20th year. Assistants Stuart Lukowiak, Buddy Wolf, Joe Gill, Jake Cohen, and Chris Boulin. And now for the home team on the scoreboard this evening. The Millburn Millers that come in with a record of 11-10, fresh off a 2-point victory last night over the Pioneers of New Providence. The starting lineup, number 23, senior Ethan Axelrod. Number 24, senior Ryan Cupboard. Senior, number 13, Henry Jacobs. Junior, number 31, Noah Ravitz. And number 25, Zachary, a.k.a. Benmo Moritz. That is the starting 5 for Millburn. Head coach in his 5th year, Patrick Leonardis, assisted by Joe Polisi and Dave Melvin. Tonight's officials are Rich Beto, Jared Smith, and this official needs no introduction, the legendary Joe Zappi. If everyone would please rise and take their hats off as senior Simon Hassan, a student here at Millburn High School, will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Once again, please give Simon Hassan another round of applause.
We are live here on the National Federation of High School Sports. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Lowy, joined alongside Adam Taubes, I believe. Is that correct?
Tobis, but
Adam Tobes. All right, tell us, what are your keys, or pardon me, not your keys to the game. Give us any more thoughts prior to getting started.
The Millers, in their last game against New Providence, played a tight game. And in the last few seconds, New Providence had an opportunity to score a 3 on a fast break to go and win the game, but the Miller defense shut them down. So hopefully that momentum, or rather not hopefully, but that momentum of the New Providence game will boost their confidence against a Lancer team that have shown spurts of greatness lately.
The Millburn side is run defensively by a fierce two-sport athlete with an Ethan Axelrod, and Ben Moritz and Ravitz covering up the other side of things. Two terrific players as well. For the Livingston Lancers, you're going to see a lot of Luke Cohen. You're going to see a lot of Dylan Pearlstein. You're going to see a lot of dominance in the paint from Ryan Sale. Apparently his back's not doing so well, says Coach Cohen. However, he's in the starting lineup. He's ready to go. Millburn and Livingston are ready to go live right here from the great city of Newark at the Prudential Center. The tip-off has been endured by the Millburn Millers, and we are underway live right here on the National Federation of High School Sports. My name is Ryan Lally, joined alongside on camera Miles Docks, and broadcasting with me Adam Tobies. Controlled by the Millers. Cubbert plays it back up top. Now over to Ben Moritz. Driving and penetrating, and Axelrod is able to get it to go.
That's what he can do on that offensive end. Dribble drive, Ethan Axelrod showing what he can do on that offense for the Millers.
So now the Lancers' first possession of the game. They're down 2-0. This was a game well in the making. We were very excited to hear it was moved to the Prudential Center during the preseason. This was an announcement, Adam. We had it on the schedule for a long time. We were looking forward to it, and we are very happy we're here for it.
We have been looking forward to it. Great game last time, Glenridge Millburn.
Livingston working pistol formation. Sale pushed off the basketball right to the FDU floor and commit Luke Cohen, and back up top near the Pirates marker. Home of Seton Hall University Big East basketball in the NCAA Division I stature, as well as this Millburn-Livingston girls and boys contest. We saw Millburn girls roll through Livingston girls in the second half, Adam. It was a game that was close during the first couple minutes, but then the Millburn girls rolled and got everything to go.
Paul Amaki led that offense for the Millers in the early parts of that fourth quarter, and they just took it and finished the game with over 40 points.
Lancers have been possessing for over a minute's time now. It was Axelrod to get the Millers started. And the Lancers trying to find a gaping hole.
That Millburn perimeter defense, as I said before the show, is very good. So it's perimeter defense on a very high three-point shooting team. So it'll be a good contest.
Pearlstein drive, step through, lay it, he got it! Dylan Pearlstein.
For the Lancers, number 4, Dylan Pearlstein.
We're right back to where we started a tie game.
Great move by Pearlstein.
Driving in, still holding the basketball is Jacobs. Jacobs plays it outside. Catch and fake by Cubbert. Now the Millers work inside. Driving is Ravitz. Played out a catch-and-shoot three-ball, rim backboard, and out. And the rebound, the great Matt Kay. Matt Kay is on the hard court today. He is a catch-and-shoot type of player. He also does an excellent job creating space, working off of seals, which are off-the-ball screens.
As I said before the show as well, that Millburn interior defense is like Swiss cheese. And right there on that last possession for the Lancers, we saw them get into the paint, but the perimeter defense was keeping them on the ball for a long period of time.
Kay can't find a route. Axelrod closing in on him. Nussbaum drives through, finds Pearlstein, a beautiful route for Dylan Pearlstein. The knife slices the turkey open for Thanksgiving. And the Lancers have their first lead of the game.
The Millers completely lost him driving down the baseline. And an easy 2. Shooting practice.
Axelrod plays outside, set his feet and 3. And Cubbert gets it to go.
When Cubbert gets going, he gets going.
Cubbert was comfortable. An effortless three-pointer right off the fingers.
In that last game against New Providence, he scored 8 points in 30 seconds.
That game went down to the wire, too, in Union County. Union County hoops always difficult for any Essex County team making the trip. New Providence just recently relegated down to the bottom division. Playing great basketball, want to make the case to move back to a division littered with Hillside, alongside Oratory Prep and other strong powers. Long 3-ball, just short. Lancer rebound. Shot coming from Luke Cohen, who really needs to get used to that three-point line because he's going to see it next year in Madison.
Luke Cohen wearing the same number as his sister Aubrey Cohen on the girls basketball team. One runs in the family.
Yeah, a prominent future for the underclassman Aubrey Cohen. And for the Livingston Lancers girls varsity basketball team, that was our first time seeing them here on the NFHS network. Under a new coach, Ashley Addison. Their old head coach is now an assistant coach to Dave Cohen here with the boys squad. Buddy Wolf. Sale powers through. Muscles one. Too strong. Rebound endured by Axelrod.
There's no real height advantage I've noticed on the court today. Pretty even keeled for both teams.
Everyone's neck and neck, nose to nose. It's very hard to decipher a difference in height between these two teams. Maybe give it slightly to Millburn off the tip-off, but otherwise there's no case.
Noah Ravit's 6'6", but he's probably the tallest. He's definitely the tallest player on the court. Everyone else.
He's big, but he needs to play big because the Lancers can push and they can tug legally.
He's a stretch big. He can shoot it from anywhere.
Millburn basketball. Zach Benmeritz set to inbound. Jacobs plays it around. Benmeritz plays one inside. Axelrod off his foot. Kept by the Millers. Axelrod overhead pass. It's a shot from Benmeritz. Off the rim and out. Punched in the air. Found by Axelrod. Gets physical with it. Millers still control a high pass. Leaping his cupboard. Keeps it in. Overhead pass back up top to the Pirates emblem. Jacobs. Now it's Ravitz. 6 feet 6 inches. He's going to be all over this Lancer squad. Mismatching against him is Smith. Axelrod found it inside. Muscles one through.
Basket by Axelrod.
Axelrod owns the paint.
Athletic Ethan. He's got nothing to lose in the paint. Terrific basketball player. Also a great baseball player.
Fantastic baseball player. 2 baseball kids on this Millburn team. Henry Jacobs, who's the leadoff hitter, and Ethan Axelrod in the 5-hole.
Girls and boys lacrosse alongside baseball and softball set for April 3rd. Stay tuned to the National Federation of High School Sports D1 Media Pro page for all your local Essex County, Union County, Morris County sports and more throughout the state of New Jersey. First 3 ball of the day for Nussbaum is off, and Axelrod with 2 hands grabs the rebound. He wants to take it up himself. 3 ball. Bricked. Rebound tapped in the air and brought down by Nussbaum.
Nussbaum all over the court right now on the offensive and defensive end.
DePaula rejected off the basketball, and the Millers find it.
There's that height by Ravitz, sending it back. He should own that paint today.
Under 40 seconds. 7-4 Millers controlling the paint against the Lancers. It's a 3 ball. Off the rim and out. Cutting in for the rebound is Cohen. Cohen usually takes it up for the Lancers. This team finds 4 guards on the court. Their point guard goes to the man standing on the Pirates emblem, Luke Cohen. Now talking with his dad. Finds pressure from Jacobs. Little impatient. Now under 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. Smith, the red-hot 3-point shooter, shoots a far one, and seems like he didn't put enough on it.
1, that wasn't a high percentage shot, and 2, this Lancer team still needs to adjust the 3-point line, and he took it way beyond the 3-point line, Steph Curry range.
Final second, a heave.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
Benmeritz nowhere near. That will do the first quarter of action. 7-4 Millers over the Lancers. Stay tuned for 3 more quarters right here on the National Federation of High School Sports.
Hey, on the stand. Took him and decreasing. Ethan Horton. Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
With them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
A low-scoring, rebound-heavy first quarter comes to a completion. We're now ready for the second, Tobis.
Yeah, low-scoring first quarter, but something we expected as both teams try to adjust to the new Prudential Center.
This is going to be a physical game. You call it new. It's been around for a couple decades now, but for these two teams, this is their first time playing on the court. Actually, Millburn been here a couple times, but Livingston, their first time playing right here at the Prudential Center. As you said last year, Millburn took down Glen Ridge on the hard court of the Seton Hall University Pirates.
Yeah, it was a great game. It wasn't actually low scoring in the 40s for each team, but the Millers came out on top, and they're looking to do that here today.
Both teams make some substitutions. Here's Holland. Lays it over to Cohen. Holland makes a switch close side. Cohen sends one to Smith. Holland will drive. Thought he found a lane, lost it. Plays one over to Cohen for three. He got it. Madison's going to be all over him next year because this year he's doing damage.
He's doing damage and shooting a three from the college three. So
good practice.
He's looking good, and it was pure as day.
Axelrod tipping in the paint. Lost his dribble. Plays it up top. Driving is the 6'6" big man, Ravitz. Can't get it to go. Nice play by the Lancers. Holland driving, finds help from DePaula. Split the defenders. DePaula was too strong. Millers now find a breakaway. Ravitz. Cohen got around Cohen, and Ravitz finishes.
By number 31.
That transition offense that we see in spurts throughout the season from this Miller team. And if they can consistently do that off turnovers from the Lancers.
Ravitz with a beautiful finish, but the apple goes to Ben Moritz. That was a terrific play.
It was a terrific play. Mahomes-esque.
Yeah, Ben Moritz, pardon me, as the Lancers control. Pearlstein plays out. Mid-ranger. DePaul is having a tough day. Rebound Lancers. Holland trapped. Tries to bounce past one inside. It's a kickball violation against Ravitz. Lancer basketball.
Ball underneath.
As you said, Millburn's defense, they know how to pinch. They know how to not leave open lanes. That's been something that Pat Leonardis has done terrifically in his 5 years at the helm of the squad.
He presses communication on that defense, and that's what makes it go. Communication, you got to learn how to switch from man to man. And they've learned throughout the season how to do that.
Pearlstein, a high leaping pass. Brought down by Nussbaum. And Nussbaum walked with it. Coach Cohen wants to talk things over. He will call a timeout. Stay tuned to the NFHS Network.
Called by the Lancers.
When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Jakai Carson.
Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will drive in past two players, and she's able to load up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play.
30-second timeout used by the Lancers. And the Millers set to inbound.
This Miller team has started off with shots on the perimeter. They haven't done that a lot this season. Ben Moritz, my apologies, is usually their three-point threat. But all the guys have shot threes today despite the change in the three-point line. So an interesting strategy from the Millers so far.
Hubbard breaks the defense, swings one over far side, catch and shoot. Ben Moritz, rim left it there. Lancer rebound. It's almost surreal to see high school basketball players from this great angle on the court. It's just a terrific privilege. Very happy to be here.
Well, we called it about an hour early as we got here for that early girls game.
Yeah, Millburn broke out in the second half. Stayed pretty tight throughout the first half. Obviously, Livingston not having Christine Belchior on the court really hurt them. Millburn, as I understand, missing a few players as well. Pearlstein driving, gets it to go, doesn't need the backboard. The bank is not open. The stock market is shut down due to a storm. Pearlstein says my finances are just fine. Jacobs plays it away. Hubbard cuts back out. Plays up top. Ravitz drives, endures contact, no foul, and a sail rebound for the Lancers. And one thing I need to talk about for Ravitz is that he can act as a center in a game like this, but he's trained to be a guard. Three-pointer. Cohen rattles home.
Luke Cohen, number 1.
What a shot from Cohen. And the Millers need to talk it over.
30-second timeout by Millburn.
As I was saying,
Livingston, 12.
Livingston deserve all the praise after that shot, but we got to talk about Ravitz. He is a center trained to play like a guard, and oh wow, some of the best coaches say that is a privilege to have on the court.
Yeah, Ravitz plays like a point guard as he can shoot from anywhere on the court. And with his unique ball handling skills, they not only have Jacobs and Cubbert to take up the ball, but they also have a big man like Ravitz to take up the ball, who, against a Lancer team that is undersized compared to the 6'6" Ravitz, he has the ability to penetrate and get this Miller team back in the game.
4:24 left in the second quarter of action. Millers still up by 3. Lancers slowly chipping away after that terrific 3 from Luke Cohen. It was a seeing eye three-pointer.
And now we see Ravitz take up the ball for the Millers.
Played a little back and forth there with Ben Moritz. This Millers team, remember, they don't play with a defined center. 3 guards, or rather, 3 guards, 2 forwards. Lancer rebound. Cohen will take his time, needs a breather.
Cohen's been firing from all cylinders from long range today. And we know he's going to college to play ball. So he's shown signs that he can do it with that college three-point line.
Lancers trying to find a hole. Everyone hanging out outside the three-point line. Something the Lancers have been trying to fix all season long. It's been a weakness.
Miller's playing good perimeter defense.
Yeah,
here.
you find the floor, and right here at Seton Hall, the lighter hardcourt is outside the 3 line. The darker one, you really only see Millers in there.
Yeah. But you see there's nobody in that paint area for the Millers. They're all playing man defense on the perimeter, so you get by a guy, it's trouble for the Millers.
Axelrod punches one forward.
Possession, Livingston.
Possession will stay with the Lancers. To inbound, it will be Cohen. Pearlstein set to reset for the Lancers.
Before watching Miller basketball, I had never really seen that kind of defense. A man switch is what I think they call it. And it's a unique approach to a defensive strategy, and it's worked for the Millers this season.
Didn't see a humongous crowd, but a nice crowd for the Millburn-Livingston girls game. Crowd starting to funnel in a little bit more for the boys game as here's Axelrod. And one! Ethan Axelrod, there's no stopping him.
Basket's good.
Ethan Axelrod is on a tour de force.
His last Prudential game of his career, and he's putting on a show in the paint right now.
So you'll have to educate me. Millburn play here every year?
The last 2 seasons they have, and they probably will make it a tradition.
Axelrod converts.
Well, with Playbook Sports in the house, it's pretty easy to get that one done. I was talking about it during the girls' game when we had some dead air time. I think it's appropriate to bring up now is that Roselle Catholic and Camden would play a great one right here.
They would. You said they would fit 10,000 in here. Well, I know it would fit 10,000, but you think 10,000 would come with 10.
I predict 10,000 could be possible. Yes. I mean, 6,700 for the Tournament of Champions. You never know.
Well, 2 fantastic teams. Wagner for Camden.
That's also the future of college basketball.
It is.
Yeah. That's the future of college basketball. 2 New Jersey high school all-star teams getting a look at a college court.
Wagner's so fun to watch.
Oh, he really is. Same as Sion Medley.
Yes.
Talk about Roselle Catholic a lot here on the NFHS Network as well. Out of bounds. Spoke about a little Camden. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to finish the tournament in the finals versus Eastside, the first ever Camden County tournament. Not going to have much time to reschedule after a brawl broke out.
Oh, really?
In the second quarter. Eastside was down 30-17 against their rivals Camden High. Obviously, a punch on the face on the court resulted in both players leaving their bench and fans leaving the stands and entering the court. Called a no contest. Obviously, a game you want rescheduled that most likely will not, as Pearlstein can't get it to go. But Camden Roselle Catholic right here would be pretty awesome. 3 ball for Cubbert. Sunk like a submarine.
Sunk like a submarine, and it's his second 3 of the game. I was talking to Cubbert earlier today. He said in that game against Glen Ridge, he airballed his first 2 threes by 3 inches. Here he's made the adjustment and hit.
He measured it out?
He eyed it.
He eyed it. He eyed it.
And here he's hit 2 of 3 from the three-point line.
Pearlstein 3. He got it. Sunk like a submarine all the way down to the Titanic.
Pearlstein answers with the 3.
That one didn't need rim to go in. Cupboards did.
That's one thing about Pearlstein is that he doesn't need a bank. He keeps all his money at home.
Millburn ball underneath. 56 seconds left in the half.
Quick game.
The big man wants to try himself from the 3-line. Can't get it to go. Axelrod pushes the rebound forward. Nobody there except Nussbaum for the Lancers. It's a 2-on-2 stretch. Pearlstein finds the lane, endures the foul.
There it is, those turnovers into transition offense for the opposing team. I said it at the beginning of the show, and the Millers right here in a tied 15-15 game are allowing the Lancers to get 2 free throws.
Henry Jacobs on the court summons there. He gets his first foul. Shot is good from the charity stripe.
Pearlstein hits the first.
Pearlstein gets the lucky roll on the second one.
So a turnover turns into 2 and a lead for the Lancers.
Three-second violation.
Another turnover on the Millers with plenty of time for the Lancers to hold for a final shot in this final quarter of the first half.
Contradicting statement that many want to change. There is no shot clock in high school basketball. I'm a fan of seeing a shot clock in the later stage of the season. I think that would be pretty cool.
Like in states?
Cohen rolls, gets it to go.
Basket by number 1, Luke Cohen.
How about just tournament competition? Throw it in the counties as well. Millers will get the final touch of the half. Swung outside, a 3-ball from Jacobs. Just laid short. Rebound finds Cohen, and he'll let the clock run out.
That's the end of the first half.
That is the end of the first half.
The Lancers 19, the Millburn Millers 15. We have a 10-minute halftime.
10 minutes on the clock for halftime. Had some scoreboard issues, but the score is 19-15. Livingston over Millburn. Stay tuned right here to the National Federation of High School Sports. The second half is next.
It's hard to get to everything we have going on here. I mean, this high school has so much. And now you're offering the ability to watch those events without having to travel there.
My dad travels a lot, so he likes to watch the events. Like if I'm playing a volleyball game and he can't make it, he'll watch it and he loves it.
I think it was homecoming. It was Friday night, and it was a punt return. And I returned it all the way back for a touchdown. And then, of course, I showed all my family members, and they really liked it. They like to see what their family members can do.
Golden Lions. I think this broadcast is essential because our team is global, and we got people all over the world going to watch the game. So without this, there's no way they can do that.
These kids and these players feel loved, they feel important, and by broadcasting it, you have a bigger group that you're reaching that allows them to know those kids.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd to lob it up for the slam. Too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd. Rowdy here with Corey Floyd after a tough six. Wilcher, three. Got it. Simeon Wilcher is fired up. And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Rowdy here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down. He can't get around, and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through lane, build the basket. Marcus Cerroti here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Buff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life. The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
Martin drops back, looks left, throws left. Pass complete.
Second and 8, Raging Bulls. Play action. It's tossed over the middle. Touchdown.
In, crowding the line of scrimmage. Man comes in motion. Minucci turns around, hands to Heath. He's got a first down, a lot more. There goes Ronnie Heath. He's off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Don Bosco.
Ball carried by number 5, Ronnie Heath.
He's still running. He's still looking. Ooh, that's a beautiful pass, though. Touchdown. Oh, that's a amazing play right there. That's Jordan Marsh with the concentration. Hey, that was a nice
Shepard. Shepard throwing. He's getting chased out left. Throws it. Oh, 13 catches it. And number 12. I'm sorry, number 12 on the catch. Brings it in. Number 13 with his second touchdown.
Man in motion. And a pass up the field. Received by number 5, Jaden Blackwell.
And that is a touchdown for the Trojans.
And there is a touchdown. Boy, how quickly things can change.
Over 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to hand it to Smothers, and he cuts it up. And he got some room right here, and he's still going. They're reaching for the touchdown. Wow. And that's another spectacular run from Dylan Smothers.
When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Devon Carson. Ball court.
Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will drive in past 2 players, and she's able to load up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one.
Pass across. Stick down by Murphy. Send a shot and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5.
Short shot on goal. On post. West Orange makes the goal, and they win. They take down the number 2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game.
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base, swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things, can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5 back points easily secured, and he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over Newark Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kylie Capstraw.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Ethan
What?
Axelrod with
Because my mom needed a car.
Ryan Cover with 6. And Noah Ravitch with 2.
Getting ready for the third quarter. At the half, some scoreboard confusion here at Playbook. We were following it. It's 19-15 in favor of Livingston in a back-and-forth contest. Talbez, it was an exciting one.
Yes, it was an exciting one. 19-15 game, Lancers lead, but the Millers shooting from deep, and they were hitting. And it's been the Luke Cohen show for the Lancers all game long. A couple of long balls, and he finished the quarter with a nice up and under.
It's been a terrific contest. Luke Cohen has been the seeing eye three-point shooter who's found open holes terrifically. And then we've also seen for the Lancers Dylan Perlstein finding inside routes from the corners, finding Millburn playing man-to-man defense against a Livingston team that very rarely cuts inside the deeper hardwood within the 3 line.
You get by that guy on the perimeter on that Miller defense, and you got all basket in front of you. Nobody there.
16 minutes left of basketball. We played the girls' game first, and now we're playing the boys' game. And it's the final of 4 halves of action today total in the Playbook Battle at the Rock. Special thank you to all who made today's production possible, including principals, athletic directors, head coaches, all the players, Playbook Sports, and more. Of course, a special thank you to Mr. Mustafa Hooten. And 1, get it to go for Noah Ravitz.
By Noah Ravitz.
Noah Ravitz using that long frame of his for the and 1.
Ravitz heads to the charity stripe for a 3 throw. He'll make it a 1-point difference if he gets this one to go.
The Millers have struggled from the line this season, as in key moments they have failed. And once again, Ravitz misses the free throw.
Perlstein and Cohen decipher for it, and it will be Perlstein to cross the line for the Lancers. Kay uses the dribble, cuts in close side, nowhere to go. Through the legs and back out to the Pirates emblem, to Perlstein. The site of the 2023 NJSIA Hockey State Championships. It is here at the Prudential Center. 5 state finals from the girls' game, Public C, Public B, Public A, and then non-public. That's in just a couple weeks' time. It's going to be an exciting one.
I love me some hockey, especially some playoff hockey.
Obviously, Millburn somehow one of the only teams in New Jersey with an over 500 record to not qualify for the playoffs due to power points. And then Livingston earning the 3 seed in Public A. Millburn was eligible for Public B, just couldn't squeeze in there.
Yeah, couldn't beat West Orange, get over the hump. And West Orange went on to beat Scotch Plains 3-2 in that final of the McMullen.
This has to be the most exciting year of McMullen ice hockey. Millburn breaks ahead, too strong of a pass. It'll go back the other way.
You know who Dylan Silverstein reminds me of? Paul Mulcahy of Rutgers.
Interesting.
I like the headband. The headband is really what's the kicker there.
Cohen takes his time, plays a weak ball over to Sale. Sale just barely gets it. It looks like that's Axelrod down on the hard court.
Got to fling an elbow to the nose. That'll be very painful.
State rules, bloody nose, he has to come out. If the blood stays in, he will be okay to stay on the court.
No red on the hardwood, so he'll stay into the game.
That's a good thing. You don't want to mess up this court. It looks just beautiful. Shiny under the great ambiance of the lights here in the great city of Newark.
Not Newark.
Nor Newark, as the Puritans would say. Little Newark history for you all.
I'll come for you for pronunciation of anything.
Many call it Newark. It's actually Newark.
And it's so close to New York.
It is similar to New York. It also borders New York State and New York City.
Too confusing for me.
Driving is Nussbaum. Gets a foul on his behalf.
Tenacity from that Livingston offense, getting to the rack, breaking through that Millburn perimeter defense.
Nussbaum shooting 2.
Nussbaum can't get the lucky roll on the first.
These are called free throws for a reason, and in a close game like this, that missed free throw could come down and be a deciding factor.
Just gets the second one to go by a hair. Livingston up a three-pointer over Millburn. Ben Moritz. Pass barely makes it to its intended destination with an Axelrod sent far side. Right back to Axelrod. Axelrod drives, tries to play one outside the 3-line. It's a shot that's hung well short by Ben Moritz.
He's still adjusting to that new three-point line. And he's that deep threat for the Millers. Hit 7 against West Essex, as I mentioned before the game. And so far today, he's 0 for 3 on three-point attempts.
Kay tries to drive off the defender, has to cut right back. Cheerleaders trying to get the fans into the game. It's really feeling like a Big East atmosphere. Driving, and Kay gets it to go. The hook shot.
Basket by number 12, Matthew
Jacobs
Kay.
playing fantastic defense, but better offense by the Lancers. And they're now up 2 possessions.
Nussbaum reads the route. Drives, Axelrod gets in his way. Plays one over to Pearlstein, now out to Kay. Kay loses his dribble. Pivots in every whatso direction. Played back up top. And a Lancer breakaway is over. They will hold the basketball. Defensive miscommunication. Nussbaum drives through. The defense gets the roll. And he has something to say about that one as well.
Number 0, Nate Nussbaum.
Ethan Axelrod made the play to slow down that transition offense, but the Lancers come back and get right back to the rack and finish for 2.
There's a nice tip by Cohen. Easily keeps it in bounds. He'll go up and he'll get it to go and 1.
Basket by number 1, Luke.
Turnover after turnover for the Millers here. Transition offense. And this Miller team on their heels right now.
24, Ryan Cubbert.
Well, the Lancers run all over them.
The green and white are finding their stride. Possible means for a Miller's timeout off the foul shot. Cohen can't get it to roll. Defensive rebound.
No timeout.
There's Axelrod getting physical. It's one thing about Axelrod. He'll take a hit. It's funny. He plays baseball and basketball, 2 sports that don't enjoy contact, but he will take a hit. It's like a bullet.
He's a big man.
Axelrod backs his way into the paint. Throws one up. Can't get the lucky roll.
He's been owning the paint today. Couldn't get that one to fall. But he's got to continue trusting his shot if the Millers want a chance at chipping their way back into this one.
Pearlstein. Now it's Luke. Cohen hung it short. Gotta hang the laundry on the laundry rack properly. Jacobs throws one up, it's off the rim. Can't get the rebound, got a touch on it, and now it's the Lancers.
Basketball is a game of momentum. And right now, Livingston has it, and they've taken a commanding lead over the Millers with 3:12 remaining.
Perlstein heaves forward, plays a high pass to Nussbaum. Overhead pass. Over now to Cohen, and right back to the junior Holland. Lackadaisical bounce pass. Over to Perlstein. Perlstein, head of steam, lays backward, tries to get one to go. He can't, and a powerful, towering Rabbits rebound.
Rabbits using that frame once again.
Play will stop. It's a rebounding foul against a Lancer.
Number 4, Dylan Perlstein.
So Perlstein is called for the reach off the rebound.
Rabbits taking it up here for the first time in this one.
And this is probably why they don't officially call him a center.
Yes. They mark him as a forward because he's 6'6", but he's got the handles of a point guard.
Played outside the key to Cubbert. Back over to Rabbits. Rabbits really playing like the point guard as he finally cuts towards the paint. Wolk. Up top to Cubbert. And now Rabbits on it again for the Millers. Mismatched against Holland, he'll play it away. Catch and shoot. Brilliant feet setting for Jesse Schwartz to start cooking dinner.
I've been following Jesse Schwartz all season long, and he is a deep threat every time he hits the court. And right there it showed.
And so she says it's 26-20. Cohen just kept his feet on the right side of the court.
It's a close one. We said it was going to be a good game. We said it was going to be close. But right now in the third quarter with 1:40 left, I don't know if we thought it'd be this close.
Poked away by Rabbits. Lays on it. Gets it away. Picked up by Sale, and the Lancers have a reset opportunity. Benefited the green and white in the end. Misstep by Cohen. He'll give it away now. Holland. Holland with a helping hand, but he can't get it strong enough to go. Rabbits. Grab. Drives into the paint. Blocking foul.
I think Cohen may have been in the restricted area as Rabbits came downhill off that fast break pass from Schwartz, who is the spark plug right now for this Miller team.
Yeah, we call the restricted area in legal terms trespassing.
Trespassing. It won't get you the charge, but it'll get you a block.
Rabbits makes the first.
Well, in the real world, you want to avoid charges, but in this, you want to get as many charges as possible to go your way.
That is true, and a guy who draws a lot of charges, Dylan Wolk. He's played an important role for this Miller team when injuries
and makes the second.
Have occurred throughout the season. He's filled that starting role for guys like Zach Ben-Moritz and Noah Ravitz, and he's played a fantastic game.
Perlstein pops one over to the open and finishing. Massimo DePaula, he got pushed, and he gets a third opportunity.
Basket number 13.
There's Dylan Wolf.
Massimo DePaula.
And in a big game like this, Coach Leo will take him out and put back in
10, Dylan Wolf.
Ethan Axelrod and Henry Jacobs. Usually Schwartz will come out in that situation, but here we see he's been the spark plug for this Miller team, so why not keep him in?
Fake shot from Jacobs. Nobody home on the bounce pass. The green and white find it.
Luke Cohen has been kept quiet this quarter, but help from his teammates have put them up 7.
Millburn has won the past 2 meetings between these two teams. Got it out properly there.
Their last 2 meetings came last year, so the Millers swept that season series.
That was when both teams were in the Colonial. The Lancers went downward, and the Millers accepted another invitation into the 3rd division of Super Essex Conference basketball. Here in Essex County, we're sitting in Essex County's county seat, Newark, New Jersey, here at the Prudential Center. Many say Smith touched out of bounds as whistles come in. And Coach Cohen wants to use a timeout.
30-second timeout by Livingston. 7.5 left.
It's been a fantastic back and forth game so far in this one, with the Lancers dominating this third quarter, but still the Millers in it, only down 7.
Livingston to inbound the ball.
Inbound. And the Lancers have it for the final 5 seconds. Too strong of a dribble from Cohen. The Millers take it away. Can they brew something together? A heave from far. Well short.
And that is the end of the third.
Wanted a foot-long sub, only got the 6-inch, I'm afraid. We have the fourth quarter next, 29-22. The Lancers lead the Millers. Stay tuned to the National Federation of High School Sports. Welcome back for the fourth quarter of action right here on the NFHS Network. Well, Adam, more crazy facts around New Jersey. We spoke earlier about the brawl that happened in the Camden County tournament. More crazy news from last night. According to our friends over at NJ.com, a 23-year-old man and a 2019 graduate of Trenton Senior High School was found dead at a basketball contest in New Jersey's capital in the Mercer County tournament. Now, the game finished, no problem, but this is very unfortunate. I'm wondering, is the state of New Jersey going to make a change, maybe the New Jersey legislature or even the NJSIA, based on fan codes? Obviously, conferences and the state both work together for fan codes, SEC fan codes, very strict. Other counties, they have the codes, they just don't enforce them. And it's just unfortunate, really, to see that someone lost their life due to that.
A tragedy.
Cohen lays one up. Got the roll.
Basket by number 1, Luke Cohen.
And
play stops immediately.
He's talking to the ref.
Must have been something Massimo DePaula said, as now 3 Lancer seniors, actually 2 Lancer seniors and a junior, will lap around him, exchange words with him.
That'll most likely be a warning. Next time, probably be a technical foul.
Don't think we've seen a technical foul yet in Lancer basketball this year. How about Millburn?
I don't think we've seen a technical on Millburn. I think there might have been a technical on an opposing team, but I don't think the Millers have committed a technical foul this season.
Outside pass, Ravitz. Pearlstein called on the foul as he hits the hard court.
Millers trying to penetrate that Livingston defense, and in doing so, they draw a foul.
Played back into Ravitz. Cubbert drives, plays it out. It's a high pass, controlled. Ravitz keeps it on the left side of the court and the right side of things for the Millers. Played outside, fake shot by Cubbert. Uses his dribble. Neck and neck defense there that we saw from Nussbaum, but the Millers retain the basketball. And another foul this possession against Livingston. Another defensive foul. They're racking them up.
That Miller possession was kept alive by Ravitz jumping over. Once again, Ravitz playing smart basketball. Couldn't get it to roll, using his height to his advantage. How about this? This is Pearlstein's 3rd personal and the 5th against the Lancers already this half. Still a long time to play in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter barely out of infancy, but close to that bonus and opportunities for free throws for the Millers.
Catch and shoot from Cohen. just missed. Ben Moritz taken away by the Lancers. Brilliant eyesight. Cohen now on the Pirates emblem. Plays it over to Nussbaum. Pearlstein, a brilliant route, left the basketball behind his neck. And as a result, it's punched away, but will stay here.
Basketball was held on too long by Silverstein. And nevertheless, Pearlstein, my apologies. Oh.
So now come the Millers. Hubbard. It's Axelrod. Now decides he wants to take it himself before playing it out. Ravitz, a rare three. Got it.
Ravitz.
As I said, Ravitz can shoot it from anywhere, and he shows it right there, bringing them within 6.
Best thing for a big man to do is to use their vision and understand the skill of a point guard. Holland reroutes. Ravitz all over him. Pearlstein picks it up. Last touch, Millers. Reaching against Ravitz. Getting a little feisty. Frustrated. The Millers didn't find the basketball off that great defensive effort.
Yeah, Ravitz on that offensive end hit that three. He's averaging 11 points per game. Second on the team behind Ben Moritz, who averages 13. Both of whom would like to play college ball, D3 ball. Both are juniors, so will come back and play for this Miller team next season and look to play college ball in their foreseeable future.
No matter what happens after this and during this game, it's going to be considered a successful season for the Millers nonetheless.
And they still have a state game against Snyder, so it could continue pretty far, or as far as it goes.
Foul number 21, Jesse Schwartz. Livingston inbound under their basket.
Luke Cohen finds an outside passing lane. Pearlstein is going out of bounds. He deflected it off of Miller. Not the first time we've seen Pearlstein play basketball smarts like that, like the Randall Cobb of baseball. We've seen Cobb redefine the rules of football to his advantage.
Randall Cobb, fantastic player.
Big fan of his on the Packers a long time ago.
I think he still may play for the Packers.
Yes, absolutely. Not a big Packers fan anymore, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Him and Jordy Nelson really ran up the score with Aaron Rodgers in that era.
Not only that, was a big Richard Rodgers tight end fan as well.
Rodgers.
Gotta love the Rodgers combo. No relation. Ravitz drives, goes around, didn't have enough space. Cohen. It's a great creation.
Tried to be too fancy there, was Ravitz.
Lancers come down the other side. Sale hit hard, can't get it to go. Whistles come in. It's going the Millers' direction. And the Millburn student section trying to get into it.
Noah Ravitz holding his side right now. Not sure if he got hit on that attempted pass to Jacobs on that last possession.
So the clock is not running. And they're going to get it right back on as the Millers control.
That'll be in favor of the Millers.
Axelrod sneaks one through. Playing it upward, and Ravitz gets the foul.
It's a close game in the fourth quarter. They've cut that deficit, the Millers, to 6 from 7 when we finished that third quarter, and now Ravitz has an opportunity to chop that lead even more.
First foul shot rolls. Now looking across the arena while I have the time, can see some people in Devils jerseys, wondering if at the RWJ Barnabas Hockey House there's an event for the New Jersey Devils right now.
Mix them both. Timeout.
I think there may be an event at 9 o'clock. But I'm not quite sure what it is.
Well, as far as I can remember, you're a Rangers fan, so you don't have too much interest in what's going on right next door.
I do not. I prefer the world's most famous arena than the Rock. But still a beautiful arena where the Devils and Seton Hall Pirates play, and now the Millburn Millers.
Well, as a Rangers fan, you know your hockey, I'm assuming. NJSI Hockey State Playoffs is set to begin on the 23rd for Livingston. The third-seeded Lancers will be in Public A and will host Southern Regional from the main ice at Cody Arena in West Orange. Game time is yet to be announced. Livingston ended with an 11-5-4 record while Southern ended their season with a 6-9-3 record. That's all slated for the 23rd of this month, the first of 4 rounds of group tournament play. Another season in the books for Captain Todd Moskowitz and the Millburn Millers, although PowerPoints did not open a slot for the Lancers in the 2023 NJSIAA Public B Tournament bracket. Still happy memories from Millburn Puck to look back on, ending the season with a very respectable 11-10 record from the NJIIHL McMullen Division.
Yeah, both teams lost in their respective divisions. Livingston lost to Summit, Millburn lost to West Orange, but Livingston will continue their season.
Hey, both teams lost to the Divisional Cup winners. So
They did.
That's a positive.
Summit, fantastic run in the McInnes.
Summit was a team that started 5-6 games, bunch of ties, only a few losses. Finally were able to pick up a win 2 weeks into the season. It was all north from there, over 500 hockey. And they really showed their defensive prowess and the speed of Gus Chong, number 2. Only a sophomore. Was able to speak to Coach Bell before the game. He said, "You won't believe how good this kid is. We're very happy to hopefully have him for another 2 years." His worry is that the kid may transfer to go play in the Gordon.
Oh, wow.
That was a worry VGR had. Fans are booing a recent call. That was a worry that VGR had with Rowan Brennan. He obviously stayed around, pardon me, and it was a very successful season for VGR. They were able to avoid relegation.
Timeout, Livingston.
Livingston will use a timeout.
The Miller fans doing their normal chants.
Well, busy weekend here in Essex County as D1 Media Pro presents to you the 2023 Essex County Tournament Girls and Boys Finals. Just 2 miles away from here at the Prudential Center in the Physical Education Building of Essex County College. At 1 p.m. is the defending champions, the Seton Hall Pirates, hosting Arts High School of Newark, having a career season. And at 3 p.m. it's a rematch of last year's Essex County Girls Basketball Tournament Finals between University High School of Newark, not too far from here is their campus, and Immaculate Conception High School of Montclair. It's going to be fun basketball. Unfortunately, we're not able to cover the Union County semifinals that just happened in the Union County finals. That's going to be a good one. 3-seeded Linden and number 1-seeded nationally ranked Roselle Catholic Lions. Unfortunate, we have to miss out on that one.
We have a great 4-point game right in front of us here at the Rock.
31-27 in favor of the Lancers. Lancers, the registered visitors of this contest. They still remain with the basketball. Driving, Cohen heaves one up. He's going to go to the line, to the charity stripe.
Livingston going to the line once again. Millers giving them free opportunities to bring this lead.
Foul on number 31, Noah Ravitz. That is Millburn's 16th foul.
Both teams may be in the bonus.
That's correct. Both teams are in the bonus. 17 fouls in high school basketball, and you are in the bonus for the half. In this case, for the entirety of the rest of the contest. Cohen sinks the first.
Foul was on Henry Jacobs.
So Henry Jacobs will pick up the foul. His second personal.
Cohen converts both.
Now under 4 minutes left to go in the game. Basketball bobbled in the air, controlled by the Millers, and a bending finish from Henry Jacobs.
Bucket by Henry Jacobs.
Henry Jacobs getting up on that play, finding the loose ball, and putting it up.
Lancers in dire need of points. Sale was left open. Good defense by the Millers. Couldn't let anyone know as Perlstein takes care of business.
It was a 3-on-2 opportunity in the paint area for the Lancers, and they convert and extend their lead.
Assist Sale.
Driving, laying one up. No backboard needed for Henry Jacobs. No introduction needed.
Jacobs with another bucket.
He's been having a terrific game.
Jacobs playing that athletic basketball he normally plays. He's a freak athlete, Henry Jacobs. And he's evolved his game to shoot that 3 more consistently this season.
Cohen turns his back towards the net, drives and lays one up underhanded, can't get it to go. Sale with the prowess on the rebound. Now driving in his Nussbaum, can't get it to go. Lancers still have it as a jump ball is called.
I think that'll go Millburn way. As Livingston.
That is correct. Livingston will retreat defensively, Tobes. Good call.
Jump ball.
Appreciate it.
Miller.
Did I get that correctly, Tobes? Tobes. I'm getting closer.
Toubis. Just think about it like that instead of BES.
Tobes?
Bis.
Tobis. I see.
You can add an S at the end if it makes you pronounce it.
3 ball. Cupboard. Hung it short. Miller's rebound somehow ciphers inside, but a nice play by Sale to keep the Lancers with a possible steal opportunity in their direction. Now Sale's left open, but he's rejected from behind. Athletic Ethan. Tapped over. Perlstein hung it short. And the strong defense of Ben Moritz.
And I think they'll call a foul on Perlstein.
Millers will take over with the basketball.
They called a foul. That'll be a 1-on-1. Yeah.
And it's 1-on-1 if it's a defensive foul, and it was Millburn who endured the rebound. So we go the other way.
We do. And key free throws here. 2:07 remaining, down 4.
Foul number 4.
And Benmo,
his 5th.
one of 2 free throw shooters that have been very consistent for the Millers this season, him and Cupboard. Does Perlstein have 5? He may.
Ben Moritz shooting 1-1.
1-1 now for Ben Moritz. In the bonus are both squads. Perlstein getting an applause as he is fouled out of the contest. A physical day, but a very successful day and a terrific regular season for the young man.
Terrific season, but a couple of careless fouls at the end. Didn't need to foul Benmo as he was fighting with Cupboard for the ball. He had time to trek back and get on defense. So he fouls out.
Shot can't go, but Axelrod fights for the rebound. Basketball finds itself out of bounds as Nussbaum looks a little shooken, gets helped up by Cohen and Sale. Millburn will retain possession thanks to the terrific hustle of the dual sport athlete Ethan Axelrod. Cupboard gets it right back from Ben Moritz. Ben Moritz. 3 ball. Wildly off from Ravitz. And taken away by the Lancers. Lancers thought they had a drive. Unfortunately, it was taken away by the Millers. They can't finish. Finally, now the Lancers will have it, and they will breathe with it. That was a messy situation.
Yes, it was. And a foul called on Noah Ravitz. He fouled out in a key game.
31, Noah Ravitz.
We have a hung jury.
Yes.
Here at the Prudential Center. It's been a fierce contest.
Oh, man. Noah Ravitz fouled out in a key game against Caldwell. As that game went into overtime, a thriller. Fantastic game. But in a close one here, Ravitz does not need to foul out as he has that height advantage over the Lancers and is a key factor for the Millers to keep producing points in the paint.
Holland with 1-1 bonus shots got the first. Livingston up by 5. This will be their first win over Millburn in 2 years.
Some very key free throws here.
And the second.
Second one to go. Lancers up by 6. But still music left in the mix. The Millers control. Played outside, driving is Ravitz. Ravitz's trap plays one over to the open and tipping in. Ethan Axelrod, he's having a great game.
Coach Leonardis calls timeout after a big bucket from Ethan Axelrod. Big bucket axe, you could call him.
Axelrod is a key contributor to this Miller squad. He's had a terrific season all year long. As you said, offensively, not the most talented, but defensively, possibly one of the best in the conference.
I could not agree more. Ethan Axelrod averaging 6 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals.
And let's thank the athletic director.
And he leads this Miller team in steals. As we've said multiple times, he is that defensive threat for the Miller team.
He can model his style after Roselle Catholic star defenseman Pierre Louis.
Yeah, those two probably are among the top in New Jersey basketball.
The two are pushing for defensive power. Yeah. Obviously, Pierre Louis a little bit better of a team to claim to. However, Axelrod hustling like a menace on the court.
Hustling and bustling.
Livingston inbound the ball.
Holland is trapped. He stepped out of bounds.
Noah Ravitz making a scene for the ref to call that out of bounds as he tried to tiptoe along the sideline.
Ravitz plays outward. Cubbert now inside for Axelrod. Axelrod over Sale, squeezes through.
Basket, Axelrod.
Another timeout from Coach Leo.
We have just over a minute to play and a one-possession difference. This one is going to come down to the wire.
Livingston holding a 2-point lead.
We have terrific basketball. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay tuned right here to the NFHS Network. Livingston holding on to a 2-point lead, 37-35, here in a Prudential Center rivalry matchup for the ages. Whistle comes in, and we have a defensive foul against the Millers.
Seemed unnecessary for the reach. He had him on the perimeter. He wasn't going anywhere.
Foul on Axelrod.
Especially against Axelrod. Axelrod, one of the better defenders, could have kept him in front.
Holland shooting 1-1.
So now Holland to the line. Holland gets the first to go.
And now has an opportunity to make it a two-possession game with less than a minute left.
Two for two. Two-possession lead for the Lancers. Again, this is a game of bragging rights. Doesn't mean anything for the state tournament. Both teams have secured their places. Both teams will go on the road next week. Axelrod. Out of bounds, stays here, was tipped out of his hands.
Axelrod a little careless with the ball there, trying to post up the Lancers.
Played high to Axelrod. Space to drive for Ravitz over Sale. Sale bodied him over. Lancers have it as Sale endures a foul.
And that's what I said at the top of the show. High percentage shots. You see Ravitz with over 30 seconds left in this final quarter. Just puts one up there over two guys. And not taking the highest percentage shot. And could bring his team out of comeback position with just over 30 seconds remaining.
So Sale to shoot for the Lancers. We've seen 17 total fouls this second half.
Aggressive game, especially a rivalry as deep as Livingston and Millburn.
The first of the 1-and-1 goes for Sale. Ready for the second. Lancers up by 5. Sale gets the second to go. Millers quickly play in. Tipped out of bounds. It will stay here. Ravitz, the big 6'6" power man, will throw it in. Inbound goes back to Cubbert. Cubbert receives a screen from Axelrod, drives through, lays one up. It's hung short, poked out of bounds. And the Millers will catch a break.
Millburn retains possession.
Cubbert found some space through the lane, but not enough. Couldn't get over the Lancer defense. But they'll retain possession with just over 20 seconds.
Cubbert inbounds one over to Schwartz. Schwartz sends one along to Ben Moritz. The three, it goes from Cubbert.
By Ryan Cubbert.
Ryan Cubbert opens the door in the contest once again, and a timeout.
41.
That missed layup by Cubbert earlier might be a blessing in disguise as he gets a point back and draws it to a one-possession game.
This is coming down to the wire. A very exciting contest. Ryan Lowy joined alongside Adam Tobez and also joined alongside Miles Dax on camera. The second of two games. First game, Millburn was able to sneak by Livingston in the first half and then finish it off with an exclamation point in the second.
They weren't just able to sneak by, they dominated over Livingston, scoring 40 points to Livingston. They didn't even break 20. So a great performance all around by Eric Schroeder and his crew, and they earned their 20th win of the season.
Yeah, the tale of two teams with first-year head coaches set to move on. Millburn have the playoffs. Livingston looking straight towards next year.
Yeah, Livingston 4-17, now 4-18 season. They'll go home.
And Millburn picks up the big 2-0. They're looking for the big 2-1 and a playoff victory at the first half of next week.
Against Belleville.
Yeah, it's going to be a terrific contest. Belleville, an over 500 side with terrific fashion to their play. Cohen having trouble inbounding. Played all the way over to Nussbaum. Left open is Holland. Holland will hold. Holland will ship one far side. It's caught by Cohen, who gets fouled by a hustling Axelrod. And with under 10 seconds, this would be the icing on the cake.
I'm not sure if they've updated the big board here at the Prudential Center. But if they add another foul, it'll be double bonus. But I don't think they will, and it'll stay a 1-1 for Cohen. They're discussing it. They're discussing 10 fouls down there.
That's 10 fouls.
There it is.
Yeah, just took out the headset ear to hear it. That's 10 fouls.
So 2 free throws.
Cohen good on the first. 4-point Lancer lead, and that will likely do it. It's been 2 years since the Lancers held claim to beating the Millers on the boys' basketball front.
Full timeout. Livingston.
Livingston will call a full timeout. 7 seconds are left to lay on the clock. What's the smart move here? Miss the shot, let the clock wind down more?
I don't think it matters at this point. Livingston playing a pretty good defense today, and they've kept Millburn under 40 points so far, as we said before, so they've lived up to that key of the game. So Cohen, who's at the line, probably a pretty good free throw shooter, will most likely put this to bed.
A 4-point lead may expand to 5 here. Cohen lays it short. Might have been purposely. 5 seconds. 4. A drill for Rabbits lets one go. Hung it well short. Under a second left. The Lancers have to hold back, but this is one to celebrate. Bragging rights and momentum for the next round. Caught by Cohen, and he'll do the honors. Ball game over. The Lancers win. The green and white take it home. They defeat the Millburn Millers in preparation for their playoff matchup versus West Orange at the beginning half of next week. Tobez, your final thoughts.
A fantastic game from both teams, but a dominating third quarter from the Lancers brought them over the hump and won this game here at the Rock to win their first game against Millburn in 2 years.
It was a terrific contest. Thank you for joining us on behalf of my colleagues, Adam Tobes, and on camera, Miles Dax. That will do it here from our 2 games at the Prudential Center. Have a great rest of your evening. Millers victors of the first game on the girls' front, and the Lancers take the boys' front. Have a great rest of your evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. Toodaloo.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. The Cotton's on touchdown.